morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to take a look at that product from Journey Together that we knew was coming, that I'd already told you about, but we hadn't actually been able to have a good look at. It is Hop's Zacian EX box, and we can have a good look at it now, and this makes me delighted. Also, I don't want to talk too much about this, but totally nailed my predictions here, and I am delighted. Here's what it says on the back of the box. Two of Gala's greatest team up. Hop and Zacian have joined forces to form a dynamic duo that's truly rival-worthy. Hop Zacian EX attacks your opponent's active Pokémon, +1 on the bench with Insta-Strike, while Brave Slash closes in for huge damage. With Hop Zacian on your side, your battles are sure to be awesome, even on the darkest of days. But Hop's team has even more to offer. Hop's Wooloo and Hop's Double to really round out the set. If that's not enough, you'll find additional Pokemon in the 4 included booster packs. And what we get here is a foil promo featuring the EX, 2 foil promos featuring Wooloo and Double, 1 oversized foil featuring the EX, 4 booster packs, a code card, and a photo sticker. And it does say on the back of the box in big letters, includes a new photo sticker, and this is actually new. This is not the kind of thing we're used to. EX boxes, generally pretty standard. You get yourself your EX, your big EX, your 2 foil promos, your 4 packs, your code. The sticker is new and fancy and exciting, and look, it's just a sticker, right? No one's getting overly excited about a sticker. That's not the point, ladies and gentlemen. The point is that we are getting something new, and that's pretty cool, so yay! Okay, so with that borne in mind, how essential is this box? And the answer is, this is a great box. Like, EX boxes generally are a little bit hit and miss. It really depends. Like, the Blood Moon Ursaluna EX box is cool because you get an alternate art of Blood Moon Ursaluna, and that's a very cool Pokemon, but it's still an alternate art. Let's not get too excited about it. Houndstone EX has a brand new exclusive EX, but it's not terribly playable, and that tends to be what we get from EX boxes. You either get an alternate art, so the card is just readily available elsewhere, or you get a card that was a promo in Japan that's generally not a particularly playable card. And Battle Partners, that's a Japanese set, or Journey Together, the English set, they're not out yet. Tournaments aren't being played with the cards. We don't know how good these cards are. We don't know how good Zacian is. But I'm telling you now, Hop Box, a deck built with all the Hop cards, looks very strong. Looks like it's going to be a very good deck. And what we've got here are some cards that people are absolutely going to want. This is frankly a moderately big deal. The other thing to note is Journey Together is just selling out like instantly. Everywhere it goes up for pre-order, it sells out. So this has got 4 packs in. That alone is going to make this a very sought after product. Like, genuinely, just the fact that it's got packs of Journey Together is honestly a pretty big deal. Now, this is where I tell you the usual thing. We cannot guarantee that the packs are exactly like they are in the promo image, although it is likely. And we can't see very much, but you can already tell the back right pack there is Surging Sparks. And if we look at the top of the pack design, you can see it's actually, there is an N pack and a Hop pack at the front, but at the back, they're not Journey Together. They're just not. All 4 of the different packs for Journey Together, they all have the kind of zigzag or the jagged top, so to speak. So I'm telling you right now, 2 of those packs are Journey Together. We can literally see them. The other 2 are not. Just look at the top of the pack. The 2 packs at the front have the kind of lightning, icicle, whatever you want to call it, style. The ones at the back don't. So there's 2 packs of Journey Together, but only 2. It's going to be interesting to me to see whether people care about getting 2 packs of Journey Together. Surging Sparks is a decent set, but are people going to buy this just for the 2 packs? I'm not sure they need to because the promos are great. Now, one of my predictions here was that this was going to be an alternate art Hop Zacian. It is an alternate art Hop Zacian. Here is the regular art in Japanese, obviously. Here is the special illustration rare in Japanese, obviously. And you can see here, this is alternate art. It is brand new artwork. It had to be. The reason we knew it had to be alternate art was the press release and the numbers therein told us that the regular art had to be in the set. And the special illustration rare had to be in the set. And we know that when these cards are used as promos, they are taken out of the set. So again, not a particularly huge clairvoyant prediction, but still nice to be right. And the thing is, Hop Zacian is a very good card. A very good card. Because we got 230 HP, decent for a basic. 4 energy, 240 is fine. But single energy, 30 damage, plus 30 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. For a single colourless energy, bearing in mind that if you go second, you can attack. So, whack an energy on here, boom, go. But here's the thing. Hop's decks are not just built around 30 to the active, 30 to the bench. Nah, mate, they can do a lot better. Hop's Snorlax has an ability that adds 30 damage to the attacks of all of your Hop's Pokemon. It does not stack. One Snorlax is all you get, but it's an extra 30 damage. That's pretty good. The Stadium Postwick is a stadium that does an extra 30 damage to all Hop's Pokemon's attacks, yours and your opponent's. Although the chances are, unless you're playing a mirror match, your opponent isn't playing any Hop's Pokemon. We'll have to see how big this deck is and how widely played it is. But either way, that's another 30 damage. And Hop's Choice Band also adds 30 damage to your Hop's Pokemon's attacks. And actually, for what it's worth, reduces the attack cost by 1 colourless energy. So, yeah. It's not 30 to the active, 30 to the bench for 1 energy. It's 120 to the active, 30 to the bench for no energy. And seriously, not needing the energy is actually a really big deal, because it means if you start with something else in the active, let's say a Wooloo, you can use your attachment for the turn to retreat Wooloo, because you don't need your attachment for the turn to pay Hop Zacian EX's attack, because Hop's Choice Band will reduce the attack cost by 1, making it a free attack. Hop's Zacian looks awesome. It's another one of those Pokemon where in a vacuum it looks fine, but when you start looking at all of the support and all of the extra tricks that Hop has, it becomes a significantly, and I mean significantly better Pokemon. It's a pretty big deal. From what we've seen so far, and it's early and we haven't seen all the cards and we haven't seen any tournaments, Hop might well be the big winner from Journey Together, from Battle Partners. It very well may be Hop that is actually the king of that set, despite being, I think, pretty clearly the least popular trainer featured in the set. Hop is just, it's the Stadium and Snorlax and Choice Bout all together. You add all of that, plus 90 damage, reducing retreat cost. It's just phenomenal, frankly. Oh, and, yeah, you also get your Wooloo and your Dubwool. Now, my prediction was that these were going to be the regular cards, but foil. And again, that was right, but again, it wasn't really a particularly impressive prediction, because that's what these EX boxes tend to do. And of course, here's the Japanese versions of those cards that we've been shown nice clear scans of. You can see they are the regular versions from the set, but now they are holo. The thing is, we don't know if we're getting illustration rares of these cards. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But if we don't get illustration rares of these cards, that means that the holo version from the EX box will be the best version. And Hop's Dubwool's got the ability Defiant Horn, which is just gusting. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. You choose. Seriously, the suite of tools that Hop has is borderline ridiculous. So you add all of that together, and firstly, Hop looks amazing, but this box, you get yourself an alternate art of the key Pokemon in the deck, although again, we know there's a special illustration rare, which is clearly the best version. You get yourself foil versions of Wooloo and Dubwool, which you are 100% going to play in the deck. No mucking about, we are definitely playing them. Also, don't forget Hop's Bag lets you search for 2 Hop's Pokemon, whack them straight onto the bench. 2 basic Hop's Pokemon and put them straight onto the bench. So you are most definitely playing Hop Stub Wool. And you get your 4 packs as well, 2 of which are Battle Partners, which is an absurdly hyped set. This is the best EX box we've had. I am saying it, I am putting this down definitively, and you can judge me by this statement. I don't think there has been a better EX box that has been released before this date. Maybe I'm forgetting an obvious one, but the fact that both the foil cards are incredibly playable and may well be the best versions of those cards, and you get the really playable Zacian, and you get 2 packs of a redonkulously hyped set, in addition to 2 others. You add all of that together, and yeah, you get the jumbo and you get the sticker, which are cool. They're just nice little bonuses, and not much else. So there we go. This is a redonkulous box, and I do expect it to sell out quite a lot. I can't remember an EX box that sold out. Ironically enough, the last time I think we had a box of this nature that actually did sell out like straight away, you have to go back to Champions Path and the Double V box. It was the most cost-effective way to get lots of packs of Champions Path that was readily in stock on the release of that set. And now we got another box which I expect to sell out, and it's got Double in again. How cool is that? That was an V box, not an EX box. I still think this one is better. There we go. I'm very excited about this, but now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this. Is it as good as I'm making out, or am I exaggerating? Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. Oh, and get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Quentin Journeau, who's been a supporter of ours for a little while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.